Like, how did that happen?
What's fun is that they can admonish us for not doing something, but they haven't given us permission to get to the portal.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
You have due dates
Oh, you need-
without having access to pay.
Oh. You want to pay, but they won't let you. Oh. All right. We have quorum. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Sunday, August 29th, 2021, 6 p.m. Secretary Sanchez, could you please take roll call?
I will now begin roll call. Sarah Clendenning,
Present?
Ben Wadsworth,
President,
Fernanda Sanchez here, Vince Montalvo.
Here.
We have quorum. Okay, we have quorum, great. I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm Sarah Clendenning, President of Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council. I'm joined here with the I'm with the Executive Committee, Secretary Fernanda Sanchez, Vice President Ben Wadsworth, and Treasurer Vince Montalvo. I hope everybody's having a great day. This is an Executive Committee meeting. We're gonna open it up with non-agenda public comments. If there's anybody from the community who wishes to make a public comment, please press *9 or raise your hand.
Okay, we have Puppet.
Uh-oh. Oh, that sheep guy. I don't know. Hello, Puppet. What's up, baby?
Hold
What
on.
is it to know about you? I don't know, sir. I'm just here to talk. So, well, go ahead. Yes. So we return to CD1 once again. And the LA Times wrote a very flattening article about Gil Cedillo. That all of the homeless encampments are being run by the MS-13 and other gangs, and they're charging rent on all of the shopkeepers and all of the street vendors, including prostitutes and transgender prostitutes. What was this? Oh, the Los Angeles Times. Gil Cedillo's district, yes. So again, somebody at the LA Times doesn't want Gil Cedillo to be reelected to the city council. I wonder who that is. So, Goat Puppet unfortunately makes a motion that this neighborhood council should vote a vote of no confidence in favor of the DA. What about Gil Cedillo? Oh, no, I like him. He's a nice guy. Okay. So why is the LA Times against Gil Cedillo? I don't know. But tonight, this neighborhood council will provide us more answers to this mystery. What did Gil Cedillo do to piss off Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong? Is it because he wants that hospital property for $1 on 3rd and Alvarado? And Gil won't give it to him. And I say good for Gil. Because the billionaires, I'm tired of them buying everything for $1. And pretty soon they're going to buy all the rental properties from the bank for $1. So all of you that want to own a home, wait about a year, and you can be a homeowner after you buy a house from a bank for $1. Doesn't that sound exciting? I love it. Yes. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, DNC. And Larry Elder for governor.
Thank you, Puppet. All right.
Well, thank you. Yes.
All right.
Okay. Our next one is Sheen.
All right. You may speak. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? So hi, everyone. Just wanted to report back that a community impact statement approved by Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council. The resolution has passed at City Council this past Wednesday. This was the resolution in support of AB 1400 CalCare. So would love to do a report back to the general meeting if it's possible. But otherwise, just want to say that this passed unanimously, 11-0. So no council members stood out in front of it. This is in marked contrast, actually, to when Medicare for All was before before the city council in 2019. Of course, Lee made a point of making his objections known, and we also had some other pushback. But no, it passed unanimously. 17 neighborhood councils got behind this, approving community impact statements. 10 got to the point of fully writing out theirs and submitting it. But that 17 that approved was a powerful sign of support. And major thanks to Lincoln Heights for really digging in on this with their community impact statement, really detailing multiple levels of failure with the healthcare system, and highlighting the assisted living facility Chi-A, and how all this is tied together. And CalCare, among its many attributes, would assure long-term living facilities, long-term care facilities. So yeah, just would like to highlight that this passed, and that the nurses are going to use this support to win support among the assembly members in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has the largest delegation to the state. So this is a powerful win, and they're going to use it to win support ahead of the bill's reintroduction in January. So just thanks. And yeah, have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for calling. All right. Any other public comments?
We have no other public comment.
Okay. Now we'll go to item number 4, community and board announcements, 2 minutes per person. If there's anybody from the community who has an announcement, please press *9 or raise your hand.
We don't have any from the public.
Any board announcements?
I don't see anybody.
Okay. Anybody from the board? Anybody have an announcement? No? Okay. Let me think. Do I have an announcement?
We have one in the public.
Okay.
Puppet.
Okay. Hello, Puppet.
Yes, I just want to note here that down here by Marina Del Rey, they have a dinner at IHOP for $6.99. No kidding. Yeah, imagine that. So remember, if you're down in Marina Del Rey and where everything costs $100 just for a cup of coffee, the IHOP on Washington has a meal for $6.99, it says. So let's hope some of you try it and tell Goat Puppet if it's any good. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right, Puppet. Thank you. Thank you for that IHOP shout out. Any more public comments or public announcements?
I don't see any more.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to move on to item number 5. Executive committee discussion, setting of agenda for a general board meeting. Thursday, September 2nd, 2021, 6 to 9 p.m. Okay, so here's the agenda. Committee announcements. Funding agenda items. A, discussion and possible motion to approve the June and July 2021 MERs, monthly expenditure reports. We're going to add to that the month of May, right?
Sarah, if we go down the list of them, I'll go back up and we'll make an amendment right now to amend.
So we'll amend, so I'll just make a note.
add May.
So we'll go down the whole list and then we'll go back and amend it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go on to the next item, and people can comment on the whole list at the end, right?
Yes.
We're not going to do item by item. Okay.
Yeah.
New agenda items. Announcements of 4 open LHNC positions as of August 26, 2021. Business rep, community-based organization rep, area 4 resident rep, area 7 resident rep. B, presentation by Jonathan Kaplan, LA City Planning Staff for Lincoln Heights HPOZ, Historic Preservation Overlay Zone. Discussion and possible action on local historic district HPOZ street signs for Lincoln Heights to curb illegal demolitions. C, discussion and possible action on acquisition of keys / access to 3516 North Broadway, LHNC physical space across from Lincoln High School. Inquiry into status of city lease to Soledad Richmond Action, which shares half the space with LHNC/CD1. D, discussion and possible action on letter to city clerk and city attorney regarding city clerk failing to upload LHNC's community impact statements to the CMFS council file management system for inclusion on LA City Council case file. E, announcement regarding Avenue 34 DTSC soil testing update, 141 West Avenue 34 project. F, discussion and possible action on letter and community impact statement in support of Council File 210024, Avenue 34 appeal, 135 to 153 West Avenue 34, California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA appeal. Presentation by appellant. G, discussion and possible action on letter to HCID and City Attorney regarding 3000 North Main Street, the Brine. Letter written behalf of the tenants at a rent-controlled apartment building at 1818 to 1820 North Johnston Street that the Brine seeks to demolish for the project. Tenants asked us for support as they are unaware of the developer's plans and they are at risk of displacement and illegal eviction. H, discussion and possible action on letter and community impact statement opposing CF 130933 Arts Development Fee ADF update. CD1 reallocating $37,000 of CD1 Arts Development Funds, $26,000 from Lincoln Heights 4th of July event / Northeast Car Show to fund Gil Cedillo's 2021 Latin Jazz Festival, which already has $120,000 funding. I, discussion and possible action on letter and community impact statement regarding Council File 200147 S21, Coronavirus Outbreak / COVID-19 / LA Department of Public Health Protocols / Living Encampments / Serving Encampments, AKA sweeps. J, discussion and possible action on letter and community impact statement regarding Council File 200980. Approval, revocation / development projects and project applications, corruption or fraud, LAMC amendment. Ordinance adding Article 1.3 to Chapter 1 of the Los Angeles Municipal Code to establish a procedure for the City Council to revoke approvals of development projects and terminate project applications tainted by corruption or fraud. Those are our items.
Oh, that's a good list.
Now I have some
An
amendments.
LA Times article blow up there.
Oh, yeah, that was about MacArthur Park, but
Okay, so on item, I'd like to make an amendment for our funding agenda items. Item A, discussion and possible motion to approve June and July's 2021 MERs.
mhm.
To also be added in there, A.
Okay.
I mean, not A, May, excuse me, I said
May.
A.
Okay, got that.
Okay, and then also another funding item to be added in there, we were just made aware that we do have the $10,000 rollover.
Yay.
So we have to reapprove the budget and then we'll allocate the funds back into the budget. So it's pretty much the same one. And we'll add the money in probably in grants. And like we all know, down the road, we can move some of that money out if we needed an outreach or something. This is just to get the budget passed.
That's great.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So I guess funding items would have A with May in it. I think we should do that one if we're gonna make, I'll make the motion right now to add May
Mhm.
MERs to item A of the funding item. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Ben seconds. Well, Sarah, board discussion and then public.
Discussion, no, we don't have, the budget was totally complete before, now we're just adding this one item, so I don't, yeah, it's fine.
We have to still approve it funding wise.
Yeah, right.
Added money.
There are no other changes to it, right, that we should
Yeah.
add? No.
No other. It's just gonna add 10,000 to the MPG category.
Okay. Any other?
This is advocate rollover funds, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Any other board member discussion? No? Public discussion on that item?
Let me check real fast. We have one in the public.
Okay.
Puppet.
Yes, but doesn't that violate the Brown Act? That you're adding a whole month of May to the MER. You didn't give 72 hours notice. And that's a substantial change and it involves money. So I don't know. Goat Puppet wouldn't take the chance of just willy-nilly adding a whole month of MERs to an agenda where it wasn't agendized, because then the city clerk and the city attorney can reject it. And I know there's snitches listening right now that aren't happy with your neighborhood council, Gil Cedillo. I didn't say that, but I didn't hear anything. Yeah, so again, I would be crossing those T's and dotting those I's. Goat Puppet moves for June and July, and that the May, that be agendized as a special separate meeting to protect yourselves from snitches. Because snitches give everybody stitches.
All right. Thank you, Puppet. Any other public comments on that item?
Not seeing any.
Okay. Not seeing any. We're gonna take it to a vote. We'll just do a roll call or just do a. All in favor, say aye.
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 I,
All opposed, say nay. Seeing none, the ayes have it. Motion carries. We will add the reapproved budget with 10K rollover item to the agenda. All right, I have something to amend. My motion is to remove item B. Jonathan's not available, so do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Oh, wait, I guess I have to take it to any discussion? Board member discussion?
Have none.
Any public comment?
We have Puppet.
Puppet?
Yes. So again, these signs should be very simple. It should say HPOZ. Developers not welcome. Developers are pieces of shit. And if you could put it in 12-point type, I think that would be a very good thing to start for the whole city. Oh, I second that. Yes. Good Puppet, improving the lives of everybody.
All right. Thank you, Puppet. Any more public comments?
Don't see any.
Not seeing any, we'll do roll call. Or not roll call, but all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oh,
It's unanimous. Motion carries. Is removed. Okay, can I just, okay, so item D. Now, is that kind of like, do you think that item should be removed? Sorry, I guess I have to take a motion.
No, I mean, we have a legitimate concern about it.
Yeah,
I think that we should write them and ask them why. And I think the only thing is I would include city attorney and we'd include the Beltran,
mhm,
Empower LA, our field rep. And let me see who else. And also the planning or wherever our letters we've sent to that haven't posted them up.
yeah, because I'm looking, I made like a nice little list of all our community impact statements we've written so far. And we have about 5 that, it's like they just won't upload them. And I've actually sent them multiple times and they're for like Gil Cedillo's TOC revisions one that, and I'm wondering if we're being censored. The other one's the San Antonio winery banners and because they had, ample time. One of them, the TOC one, they've had months to upload it, and I've sent it twice or 3 times. So I'm just curious. Yeah, so we'll do that letter. Okay, so I guess we'll skip that one. 1 second. Oh, okay. I'd like to motion to change item I to, I put the wrong council file there. The one that I want is 20-1376. That was the one, the no sleeping on the sidewalk one.
That's the one recently that they pushed to the side, right? They didn't take
Yep,
action.
yep. Because this item that I actually listed, Vince, that is one from last year at the outbreak of Corona, and it's kind of like, actually, there are no community impact statements on it. It's kind of like the city trying to collect info on what they should do. I think it's kind of been overridden by they just ended up banning all the sleeping on the sidewalk. So yeah, that would be 2013. Wait. 201376. Okay. I don't know what the title of that one is. I think it's just like camping or something.
Yeah.
The Boscano one.
Yeah, they didn't want them camping, and well, what they're using is the word camping. And let's make it clear to the public and the board members, they're not camping. There's no way that they're camping on that. Some of the people are there by force. And after all, you're having, evictions and all the financial crisis from COVID. So yeah, I think in the letter we should mention something like that. This is not a joyful event that we just open our tents and go to downtown and camp in the wilderness.
What if you just sing camping songs? I don't know, or wear a Boy Scout uniform. All right. Any board member comments on that?
I don't have any on those
Okay,
changes.
any public comments?
We have Puppet.
Okay, Puppet.
That's right, encampments and Joey Buckets, that piece of shit from CD15's running for mayor. He backed out. What? Yeah, the homeless and poverty committee, he pulled his motion for living on the sidewalk motion. So again, these are homeless living on the streets. No, they're not encamping. They're running businesses out of tents. So we should put them as street business people. Oh, that's good. Yes, without a brick and mortar store. I mean, you look over near Carondelet and Hoover Street, they have a nice chop shop there made up of tents. And the police come by every week and say, line up! And they line up, and then the cops go back and file a report and get overtime for that. That's how they steal their pensions, through the LAPD, through fraud for overtime. It's really nice. So again, if you're looking for a good career, become an LAPD officer, or you could steal over $1 million for your pension and retire on disability at the age of 50 by playing a softball game and breaking your toe by accident, for example. Lots of good things in the city. So these encampments, sweeps, we need to get all of our streets back for the people, because encampments are not encampments. They're not there for fun. They're there to make money and be charged rent by the gangs. LA Times. Who's your gang enforcer? The 18th Street gang. Yes, and who's your enforcer? Park PVLS Locos. Yes, okay, so hook up with your gang. And the gangs are the gangs are currently offering a 15% discount if you take a survey.
All right. Thank you, Puppet. Any more public comments?
None on the changes.
All right, so with that, we'll take it to a vote.
Let me make the motion first on it.
Yeah,
I'd like to make the motion to accept the agenda on funding. We're adding on to it May's MER. We're
mhm.
also adding on a separate item to approve the 2021-2022 Lincoln Heights budget packet. Adding in the 10,000 on the already approved 32,000 budget. We are removing item B. And we are changing council file, we're changing item I from council file 200147 S21 to council file 21376.
I have a question. Can I add just, add an item to this agenda?
Well, you can motion to add it, yeah.
Okay, I would like to motion to add an item. The item would be to start a YouTube channel just so we could put all of our meetings online so people can see our meetings because it's they're really good and people are missing out. And yeah, I guess that's it. So do I have a second?
I'd second the motion.
Second.
Okay, so any board member discussion?
Right now, do we have anywhere where the recordings are uploaded? No, huh?
They're on the Zoom cloud,
Mhm. But not like accessible to the public. huh?
not accessible, and like I'm just a little obsessed. So I watch our meetings over and over and over. And I try, I was doing the minutes and stuff. They're just, there's so much info in there
Mhm.
that the community needs to see. City council puts their stuff on YouTube. We can put our stuff on YouTube. They put their minutes online, the journal. The minutes are there's nothing on it. It just has the votes. So in any case, yeah, well, that's my discussion. Any other board member discussion?
I don't have anything to add.
Public discussion?
If there's anybody in the public that wishes to make a comment, push *9 if you're on the landline, or raise your little yellow hand. Not seeing any.
All right, so, okay, so motion to add item, we'll call it so I have to make a new item number for it.
Yeah, we'd have to add it in there, like discussion and possible action. on-
Say, item B, funding and agenda item B. No, wait, new agenda item B, sorry. All right, B. YouTube channel. Cool.
Yeah, we should just title it like discussion and possible action on the.
Yeah, discussion and possible action on creating a Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council YouTube account. For, do we have to say what it's for? For meetings.
Yeah,
Make them publicly
Just
available.
put outreach, outreach use, and it could be for anything. We can
Okay.
put up small stuff on there in the minutes. The public will be able to have access to all of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Let me restate the motion again, so we're clear on it. So the motion is to approve the agenda with funding item to add letter A, the month of May for the MER. Also adding in an item B under funding agenda item for discussion and possible action on approving the 21-22 Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council budget packet by adding in the $10,000 rollover into the already approved 32,000 budget. We removed item B and we're replacing it with discussion and possible action with the creation of a YouTube channel for the Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council outreach. Okay, and we're changing item I, council file. It currently reads 200147 S as in Sam 21, and we're changing it to council file 201376. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Aye.
Aye.
All right. It's
Hold on.
unanimous. The motion carried.
And second, we have to do board member comment and public.
Oh,
comment.
geez, I forgot. Did we already do that already? Jeez. Okay, board member comment,
I have none.
public comment?
See if anybody in the public wishes to make a comment, *9 or raise your hand. Not seeing any.
Okay, so then we'll take it to a vote. Restate the motion. Okay.
So, you want me to go down? Let me go. I can go again.
No, I mean, we have to do a vote. So, yeah, we're gonna take it to a vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, that's unanimous. Motion carries. Excellent. And I want to add one more item, an appointment. A motion to appoint a board member to as vice chair of planning and outreach. Do I have to say the name? No.
Yeah, if you're appointing directly, yes.
Okay, so I'd like to motion to add an item, it would be item, new agenda item, C, maybe I just had C, and then we'll move all the numbers. A motion to appoint, Victor Azanato to, as vice chair of planning, programs and services.
So that's for programs and services, right?
Yeah, programs and services.
Okay, programs and services.
Okay,
Okay, let me re-motion, because every time we add something, I have to re-motion it and then go through the
Okay.
process. Okay, so that is gonna be a completely new item. Did you have an idea where you wanted to put it?
under, new agenda item C. We're
So
just kind of,
we're bumping them down, right?
yeah, I mean, I could put it at the end too to make it easier. It just depends what people want.
It would be easier if we put it at the bottom, and if we need to expedite it, we can always bring it up at the meeting.
Okay, sorry, I'm still taking.
So, we'll add it under item, what comes after J?
Okay,
Hey,
Okay. Okay, here I come then. All right. So let me restate the motion. So we cancel everything else because we're re-motioning because there's a new amendment to the agenda. So under funding agenda items, under item A, we're adding the month of May to the MERs. Okay. Second, we're on funding item, we're also adding a section B, which is the discussion and possible action on the approval of 2021-2022 Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council budget packet. With the already approved 32,000 budget, we're going to be adding the $10,000 rollover. Let me see, we're replacing item B with discussion and possible action on the creation of a YouTube channel for the Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council outreach. And then we are on item I. We're changing the current council file 200147 S as in Sam to 1, and we're changing it to council file 21376. We are adding agenda item K, which is the appointment of Victor, what's his last name?
Azanato, A-Z,
Asanato, to
A-Z,
the,
A-Z-A-N-E-D-O. As vice chair of programs and services committee.
to the Programs and Service Committee. Do I have a second?
second.
All right. All right, we're going to
Second by Ben, and then board comment, public comment.
board comment?
I don't have any.
Nope. Public comment?
I have
We have-
one.
We have one,
Okay. Public comment, please raise your hand or press.
caller in, user 1, please state your name.
User 1. Hello?
Hello?
User 1, hello, are you there?
Mr. President, wrong item. I apologize.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thank
All right, okay, any more public comments?
I don't see any.
Okay, seeing none.
Hold on 1 second. Puppet.
Okay.
Yeah, so, which item was this one?
Oh, this is an addition, I'm sorry. Additional item.
Well, is this,
This is the
well, yeah, so,
full agenda.
oh, wow. Are we on the Gil Cedillo Latin Jazz Festival?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
we already went through that.
yeah. Yeah, because, somebody's mad. They think that Gil's taking that money for the Latin Jazz Festival away from you guys for something you'd said. That's a neat topic. Yes, so it's always good when a neighborhood council has a war with their council member. It creates better civic engagement. Goat Puppet thinks that this is definitely a robust First Amendment. Gil Cedillo versus the Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council. Who's gonna win? Well, Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council. That's correct.
Thank you, Puppet.
Thank you, Puppet. Okay,
Okay.
what item are we on? Yeah. Any more public comments?
I'm not seeing any.
All right, so not seeing any, we'll take it to a board vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, motion carries. Motion K is added. Motion to appoint Victor as Vice Chair of Outreach. All right,
Is that, Sarah, one thing, is that outreach or vice chair?
oh, sorry, Vice Chair of Programs and Services, sorry.
Okay.
Programs and Services Committee. You know, and would you kill me if I did one more amendment?
Oh, man.
Should we all just do them at the same time next time?
Yeah, can we not run down the whole thing every time we do an amendment?
Well, what happens is the whole motion, every time we change it, we
Yeah.
could have just done it all at once like we were in the beginning, but every time we add one on,
Oh,
we have
motion.
to add them before, because then it's just a one-time vote for the whole thing, but we can. We don't have to add them in. That's why when we make amendments, when we go down the list first, if we have anything in the future where we want to amend the agenda,
yeah,
we have to have them written, and then when we go back and read the final agenda through, we can go back and say, we want to amend item, you know, whatever it is to item this, and then we can just approve it one time.
okay, okay, yeah, I should have added, named them all.
No worries.
Okay, so my motion is to remove the current chair of outreach and appoint Nancy Soto as chair.
Okay.
That would be item L.
Give me one second. Okay, let me restate it again. So we're adding an item L after K. All right, at K, I'll probably need your guys' help for. Let me roll this down one last time so we can get it through.
Sorry, guys. This is it.
So this is the amendments to the current agenda that will be on our general board. The discussion and possible action or possible motion to approve January and July's MER, 2021 MERs. We're going to be adding May into that. Under the funding agenda item, we're adding line B there. We're going to be adding discussion and possible action on approving the 21-22 Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council budget packet. Already approved has been the 32,000 budget. We are just adding in the 10,000 and it needs approval. We are removing item B and replacing it with the creation of a YouTube channel for the Lincoln Heights Neighborhood Council outreach. And that's under discussion and possible action. We go down on item I. We are removing council file 200147 S21. We're replacing it with 201376. Item K, it is the appointment of Victor Acevedo. It's not Acevedo.
Azanedo.
Okay, and we're putting them to what committee?
As vice chair of programs and services
Programs. Mhm.
Okay.
committee.
Item L, we're removing the vice chair, right? From,
No, we are removing the current chair.
Chair.
and that's from outreach, right?
Yep. And
Okay, and replacing with Nancy Soto.
Nancy's.
Okay, and that's discussion and possible action of the removal of vice chair from outreach and replacement with Nancy Soto.
yes,
Are there any other items to add?
Yeah, right now's the time to add them.
sorry guys.
My tongue is getting tired. of repeating. No, it's okay. So is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, I have no board comment on this. Sarah?
Any-
Anybody?
No board comment.
Okay, so we'll go to the public. Is there any public comment? And we got 2 hands up.
We have two.
Okay.
Okay, we have Puppet.
I put it.
Yeah, so we've been amending this like crazy. Yes, and you're taking the lead, watching what Jose Huizar used to do. And that's what it's all about, government. It's about taking and making an agenda and passing everything differently. Because you can't read the bill until you pass the bill. That's the way government should work. So we're removing a certain chair of a certain committee. But what did they do wrong? What's the deal? They must have done something really horrible, which is good because that's Lincoln Heights would like to know what this outreach chair did to be removed from office. Was it high crimes and misdemeanors? What's the standard? And then, of course, we look at J, the redundancy of the applications tainted by corruption or fraud. Every development project is tainted by corruption or fraud. This is the city of Los Angeles. Where do you think you're governing? What? Tulsa, Oklahoma? Every single project is tainted by corruption or fraud. How else do you build 140 units of housing and only park 35% of the units? Corruption and fraud. Yeah, so Goat Puppet moves that J be added. Applications tainted by corruption and fraud, except applications not tainted by corruption and fraud. Applications not tainted by corruption or fraud should be put in a special investigation file. Are there developers actually building things without corruption or fraud? We would like to know who they are. Because I bet there's a one goddamn developer you'll find there. Nope, that's right. Corruption and fraud. The way the city council functions. How else do you raise millions of dollars to run every 4 years for office?
Thank you, Puppet.
Our next public comment is caller user 1.
Caller user 1. You may speak. Hello.
You're going to be removing a chairperson from a committee. Are you going to beat this person? You didn't specify how you're going to punish them. Is it going to take a beating, waterboarding? Is this racially motivated, politically motivated? Do they identify as something else that you don't want? Discrimination? You didn't specify. You just throw whatever's out there. You didn't even mention the person that's being removed. Who's being removed? You didn't say what you're going to punish them for or what the problems were. As a member of the public, I'm entitled to know that. What you need to do is go to Dunn and the city attorney, let them bullshit you, let them lie to you, and then put you guys in pre-exhaustive efforts and then exhaustive efforts, then lie to you even more, and then sanction you, and then have the city attorney nanny you, and then have the parasite in which they're not attorneys, because according to them, they know more than people that are attorneys. And then they won't give you a citation of what they're quoting. They'll just tell you, we're going to just put our foot up your ass. and just keep going and going and going. So I think you need to let Dunn and the Parasite set your agenda. I think that's the best thing, because when's the last time did they ever say, you guys did a good job? Dunn and those Parasites go fuck themselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller one. Any more public comments?
We have no more public comment?
Okay, at that, we'll take it to a vote. All in favor of approving this agenda? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye, absolutely aye.
Unanimous, it's unanimous. The motion carries, unanimous ayes. The agenda is approved.
I'd like to- Go ahead.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I was gonna make the motion to, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, so this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
And the public for coming. We'll see you at our next general board meeting, where we will be discussing these items more in detail.
That meeting will be Thursday, this Thursday, September 2nd at 6 p.m. Agenda forthcoming. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you all.
Thank you.